good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome everyone to the Sun Bowl, home field for the UTEP Miners. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs, facing a fellow Conference USA opponent, the UTEP Miners. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Miners will put total leather to crank us up. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Louisiana Tech's offense will go to work first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
And the Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air, it's Baker. The short hands, it's Gandy. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Reads it, fires complete. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
Second down, he'll throw it. Grab near the marker, it's Jackson. They'll stop him at the 46 after a 5-yard pickup.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Bulldogs have their offense in high gear. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it because he really didn't have a choice because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Louisiana Tech back to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jackson. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Looking downfield, it's Baker. That's reeled in. It's Jackson. Out of bounds at the very edge of the red zone at the 20.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Louisiana Tech now has it in the red zone. He leaves it with the back. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for Max?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
Looking for a push on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker and they'll turn it over on down. The Miners offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And David, they've got a receiver that if he is able to command some extra attention, it could really help get this offense going.
Nah, and you need that playmaker out wide. That guy makes the whole thing go, right? Having a guy, if you want to play man-to-man coverage, he's going to beat you. And he's shown the ability to do that sometimes for this offense. And he's a guy that has the defense's attention.
Yeah, I don't think this guy's winning the Bolitnikov Award necessarily, but you're right, David. When he's one-on-one, he should be able to win those matchups. And based on how he's played this season, this quarterback should feel really good and really confident when he throws his way.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll run it with Wilson. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Miners line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Glottlier. Fires to the right. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
The Miners decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Just needs a crack to get a return. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Gandy. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
He's brought down at the 43-yard line. And a first down for the offense.
Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got a man in the middle. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Power football with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity on that one. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll leave it with him. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. There is nowhere to go. He has stopped, and it'll be 4th down from the 23. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And this one will be a 40-yard try from the left hash. And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Here's the return from inside his 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. To the ground with the back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Scanning the field, it's Locklear. Unleashes one. Got his man to the left. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the 1st down.
And that shows you the confidence this QB has in his target down the field. Running the corner route, he's well covered, but he knows if he puts it up in the air, his guy's going to go climb the ladder and make a play for him. Beautiful job.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got a man. It's Davis. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
That quarterback has a hose. That dude could throw it to a car wash and not get it wet. Great job of putting that ball on a line to his wide receiver.
And the Miners can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Makes the catch along the sideline. Just picked up a few, but enough for a 1st down. And so you got a guy who makes a play downfield like that. How anxious do you think they're going to be to continue in man coverage?
Yeah, I don't know, Reese. They're going to need a plan. They're going to maybe want to think about more zone coverage or maybe even bracketing this running back if he decides to come out of the backfield, because right now they don't seem to have an answer for him.
Running back searching for a hole. Picks up the 1st down. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Throwing right. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Here's the heat. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer, because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Pulls and fires complete to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, UTEP!
And that's a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into the half.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence of a defense, right? They needed to find some way, somehow, to get a stop, limit the damage on that final drive. They give up a touchdown. They're going into halftime now, trailing. They've got to raise their level of play in the second half.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He'll bring it out. It's Wiggins. And the returner will be brought down. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Tough to beat a good half of football in a great town like El Paso. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at one of the most picturesque settings in the game, Sun Bowl Stadium.
And the Bulldogs will kick it off to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. UTEP has the ball, the offense, ready to go back to work. Back to throw, it's Lear. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Miners come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. This quarterback part of their running game. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. This one's complete. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes. Get those first downs. Get those big chunks.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
They just find ways to find the big fellas. Those big tight ends are huge targets for the quarterbacks. The throws are usually in between the numbers. That makes it pretty easy. Usually sure-handed guys like that just come across the field, make plays for you.
Makes the grab. It's Wilson. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
And the Miners with the 1st and 10. The give from the gun. Turning it on. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Makes the catch. He gets it in. Touchdown, UTEP. How about the renaissance of the tight ends? Inline, flexed out, split out. They can do a little bit of everything.
They really can. They're asked to block a lot of the times, too. But I tell you what, all the wide receivers out wide, the fancy toys, the fancy spread. Don't forget about that tight end who does a little bit of everything. And then you reward the big fella throwing the ball, and he catches. So he really can do a little bit of everything in an offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them.
Set to kick off.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. Looking for space. It's Wiggins. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Hey, coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Back to pass, it's Baker. Fires complete on the crosser. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
When you play zone and you drop back, you're dropping back to a spot. And that means there's going to be holes, and the quarterback has to do a good job of reading it, seeing it, throwing it between those holes. He does a really nice job there. Makes the defense pay for playing zone coverage.
Caught behind the line. It's Gandy. Oh, he's got some space. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the tight end. Sometimes your tight end's a safety valve, and sometimes he's your go-to receiver.
And the offense knew right away it was the primary target. It was where he was going with the football, because you know you get a little bit of suck up from those linebackers with the play action, and you feed the big fella.
The Bulldogs can really attack on this second and short. They'll run play action. Caught over the middle. It's Finley. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
By the tight end. Pickup of 15. Good enough for a first down.
That's the end of the quarter, and UTEP has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking to throw, it's Baker. Finds his big tight end. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They'll go for 2 here and try to climb within a field goal late. The snap sets up to throw. Oh, they're after him. Trying to get the 2. Here comes the heat, and down goes the quarterback, and they won't be able to get any closer with the 2-point try.
Louisiana Tech, 9.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. Quick release by the QB. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Glottlier. Snagged in the middle, it's Davis. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Miners look to keep this drive humming. Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this 3rd down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
Motion from the wideout. Looking to pass. It's Locklear. Gets it out quickly. He's brought down at the 44-yard line, and the defense making a play on 3rd down.
4th down coming up.
And the Miners will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And that is just about a perfect punt as he pins them deep inside the 10-yard line. Going right to work up top. With the catch, it's Jackson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
Here's the pressure. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard